Hello, my name is Simon and welcome to AFC Bournemouth Analysis. Here's my take on our rather limp defeat at Cardiff City. So yeah, as you might have been able to tell from that intro, it was a very poor performance from us, very few positives to take. I thought Boruc was solid enough in goal, and I thought our fullback Smith and Klein was solid, if nothing special. And then really from there, there's not really many other positives to take, especially when you compare it to our sensational midweek win against Chelsea. It just, there was barely any positives. I'm scraping the barrel here. But yeah, as you might have guessed, this was a pretty poor performance. Another one to add to our increasing list of limp away performances where we just gift teams goals or we gift them wins. Cardiff City on paper are a championship side, but, and I don't mean to insult any Cardiff fans here, Warnock has done an amazing job with that team. They worked so hard for each other, and we just didn't match that passion, that work rate. Obviously, it was an emotional event with Salah's disappearance in the previous month. So yeah, for them, just it was a big game, and we just never got into it from the very first couple of minutes. When Nias went through and Boruc had to make a save, I knew, watching from the stands, that it just wasn't going to be our day, and sadly it was. It was very similar to the Huddersfield Town away performance last season, where we just let the team walk all over us. I don't mind us losing, but I do mind it when we just don't match a team's passion and intensity, because that's what got us into the Premier League in the first place. So when we can't match a team for that, I always find it disappointing. Defensively, as I said, we were shaky. Steve Cook had a nightmare of a game, bizarre handball for the penalty, which gave Cardiff something to hang on to, and then just completely unaware of the line his team were playing for the second goal, caught us so cold from the off. A bigger issue was that we had so much the ball, but anybody could have been able to tell that Cardiff aren't a possession-based team, and yet we had no midfield creativity. Dan Gosling and Andrew Sermon created basically nothing. Stanislas didn't do enough in his position and got frustrated well before the end. Josh King strived and worked hard, but for no reward, and rightly got frustrated at the end. Yeah, and I just think the lack of fight was a real problem, and I also think Eddie Howe set us up to lose. I mean, not obviously deliberately, but the formation 4-4-2 was just a nonsensical move. I know he wanted to keep the same type of personnel we had against Chelsea, but that's not. Chelsea game was a completely different game to the Cardiff game, and he should have acknowledged that. And playing 4-4-2 just isn't going to work. And maybe we should have played something like 3-5-2 with wing backs, or 3-4-3 with Ibe, who looked positive when he came on as part of that front three. I think Ibe might have done a better job than Stanislas in terms of creating space and making passes through the packed Cardiff City defence. But we'll never know now. But I just think 4-4-2 was an incredibly stupid move. And yeah, this run of away performances has to stop. Obviously, we've lost 7 in a row away from home, which is terrible, but I think so many of those were easily avoidable, this one in particular, because if we just matched Cardiff's work rate, the team we put out should have had more than enough to get something out of the game. I would have taken a point before the game. Cardiff is a very hard place to go, but really that team should have just done so much better. We looked so poor. Every time Cardiff went forward, they looked like they'd score. It was just a terrible game, and one to forget. Yeah, as I pointed, the lack of fight and passion is just unforgivable. The players obviously thought they'd made it after the Chelsea win, but they've done that so many times in the last couple of seasons. It's getting a bit frustrating now. King saying the whole team really want to push forward and get a run of results, and you get a performance like that. It's just, as a fan, it's so frustrating. Yeah, I mentioned him briefly, but I thought Jordan Ibe, when he came on, was really bright, and obviously he's rightly got a lot of critics amongst our fans for his performances over the last 3 seasons, but I think he was one of the few bright spots on Saturday. Tried to make things happen, putting crosses, which none of our strikers decided to go for, and yeah, I think he deserves a start, to be honest, against Liverpool, possibly as behind the role, just behind King, or as part of a front three maybe. We should just go for it at Anfield really, because I think Liverpool are a bit shaky at the moment. Title challenge. Obviously they're in pole position, but they definitely don't look as solid as they did in recent weeks. So they're a team we can get at, and yeah, why not give Ibe a chance against his former club? Yeah, I didn't gather any opinions because, frankly, bloody hell. But yeah, please do get involved by following AFCB Analysis on Twitter and Facebook. The links are in this video description. They're also here in text form. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on it. Let me know what you think ahead of the Liverpool game. Let me know what you think after the Liverpool game, either by leaving a message or messaging me on social media. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, as for the game, I'll let Gattuso sum it up here.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah, that pretty much boils it down to a quick and easy soundbite. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and up the cherries in all departments.